This is Business and Economy Network.
The Nigerian economy in 2019, how is it going to fare for business owners, especially the small and medium scale enterprises? We'll be looking at airport, FAN, catalysts for aviation, economic development. Also, we're looking at the mining sector in Nigeria, and not left out also is health and pharmaceutical. Welcome to your program. You're watching Business and Economy Network. My name is Peter Nwoche. Those of you watching us in faraway Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilori, Kano, Kaduna, outside the shores of Nigeria, wherever you are, brace yourself up. You are watching your #1 television program. Like I just said, this is Business and Economy Network. For the program rundown, we're looking at for special report. We have the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, looking at aviation as a catalyst for economic development. And for Spotlight, we have the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of A2 Mega Resources Limited, a mining expert in the subsector of Nigerian economy. Not left out for Company in Focus, we have the Superintendent Pharmacist of ABUMEC Pharmaceutical Limited in faraway Kaduna in northern part of Nigeria, looking at the health care delivery in Nigeria. It's going to be an interesting watch. I'll be back after this time out. Relax yourself. It's going to be deep, it's going to be incisive, and it's going to be very educative.
Welcome aboard Dana Air.
In the words of Otto Lilienthal, to invent an airplane is nothing, to build one is something, but to fly is everything. This statement has been time-tested and has also yielded tremendous results, which is the Dana story.
Well, when Dana Air started flying more than 9 years ago, Dana Air actually redefined the service culture in the airline industry in Nigeria. Dana Air came in with unrivaled service, on-time performance, and that's the way we've redefined what's happening in the market. Even today, any new player in the market always says, let's copy what Dana Air is doing.
Dana Airlines Limited, operating as Dana Air, is a fully private sector-owned carrier. The airline commenced flight operations on 10th November 2008 and has since its inauguration progressively developed a route network bringing convenience and choice to the flying public. Dana Air's commitment to operational efficiency has never been in doubt, as it is the only Nigerian carrier to have successfully undergone an operational audit conducted by the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority Flight Safety Group in partnership with their foreign counterparts. Dana Air is resolute in adhering to globally recognized safety standards, and it is consistently reviewing its products and services to offer better solutions aimed at passengers' comfort, safety, as well as striving to build long-lasting relationships. The airline seeks to attract leisure and business travelers from within and outside who seek safe, quality, affordable air transport. The airline aims to offer passengers competitive fares, bring service to many underserved routes and communities, bring the benefits of competition to Nigerian passengers, help Nigerian regions grow as tourist destinations, will fly to the highest operational and quality standards, bring employment in the important aviation sector, be a symbol for Nigeria to be proud. Dana Air has also revolutionized the aviation industry with an on-time performance that is still unrivaled in the industry and offers, among other value-added services.
Typically, every month we have something new going as a way to entice and give back to our regular customers. So one of those things is the frequent flyer system, Dana Miles, where those that fly with us regularly get miles, which they can then use for upgrades, to pay for the excess baggage. Right now, not long ago, Dana Air also had a partnership with the Thank You card, where any customer who goes and gets a thank you card on purchase of a ticket gets 5% cash back.
Dana Air's vision to be recognized and respected as Nigeria's most reliable and customer-friendly airline, and mission to earn the loyalty and respect of our customers by consistently demonstrating our commitment to service, has been rewarded with numerous awards for aviation excellence and was unveiled as one of Nigeria's most respected companies in 2016.
Thank you for flying Dana Air.
The Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria (FAN) was set up by the federal government of Nigeria as a service-oriented structured body charged to maintain the affairs of all commercial airports in Nigeria and provide services to both passengers and airlines. FAN is trusted with the responsibilities of developing and maintaining airports, providing necessary services and making available facilities to always ensure for safe, orderly, speedy and economic operation of air transport. Considering the delicate nature of aviation operations, proper and constant training is needed. Little wonder Engineer Saleh Dunoma was appointed as the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, FAN, considering his vast knowledge and experience in aviation matters and having worked in different aspects of the authority from security, procurement, and operations.
I thank the authorities, especially my organization, for training me. Because I had undergone a lot of training. Like you said, I've worked in various units. I've worked in security. As an engineer, I thought I was being punished to go to security department to work. But I discovered that, no, I was being prepared, for something greater. I've worked in operations. As an engineer, I thought I didn't have any business with operations. But I did it. I worked in procurement. I was director of procurement. So as an engineer in procurement, I thought, look, what am I doing there? But all these experiences and training that I've gathered, and in the aviation industry, you cannot work in any department without training, because you have to be efficient. You have to have requisite knowledge in order to execute your responsibility. So the industry or the organization makes it compulsory, and NCAA, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, makes sure that you have the requisite training and qualification to sit in that position. So they check our files every now and then to make sure that these qualifications are there, the trainings are there. Not only training, but recurrency also. Sometimes every 6 months they have to go another training, sometimes every 1 year or sometimes. So all this has given me the experience to occupy the position I'm occupying today. That's why I said it is important, to be in one place. If I had jumped from one organization to the other, I wouldn't have gathered this experience. And that leads me to, anytime we go to any international forum, like we have an association, Airports Council International, which I'm the current president. They observe my contributions and the assignments given to me, how I handle them, and so on and so forth. So when it became time for election, everybody, almost all the countries in Africa, supported me to be the next president. And I'm the first Nigerian to be president of ACI Africa. So you see, the recognition is not only internal, but external. So this is as a result of the training I've gone through, all the units that I've worked in, and then the experiences I gathered from one unit to the other. And then when you sit down, you can see that, yes, aviation is complex, but you need time to understand what you're doing. First of all, Lagos is not porous. So is other airports in the country. They are not porous. They have tight security. But you have to understand that airport is a public place. Passengers and public have to gain access to some locations. There are certain locations that it's not everybody that get access to it, but in some locations, of course, you have to allow access. So it's a public facility. We need the people to come so that passengers will come, so that people can also, patronize some of the facilities that we have at the airport. We have a very tight security system at the airport. Surveillance is there. Wherever you go, you are watched on CCTV. You could recall the Mutallab issue. Of course, it was recorded how he passed through the system. We played it back. There are several incidences that are like that, not with similar international magnitude, but small thefts here and there, somebody opening somebody's bag, we record them, we nab them, So this is within the terminal. And also, today, as we speak, anything around our airports, cameras are watching. And there is nothing more than that. And there is a force. We can go straight to the point where something is happening and stop it, and apprehend the person, or apprehend the people that are handling that. So airports are very tight. But of course, they are very tight. If somebody has a plan to come and do anything, of course, we don't know the person. Okay, he has his plans, we don't know. He comes, he'll be in our net. and he's apprehended. Well, it depends on what stage you cancel your flight. If you check in passengers and you give them boarding passes and they're already in the terminal waiting to board their flight and you cancel the flight, then the airline takes responsibility of the passengers. They have to either accommodate them, because as far as the passenger is concerned, he's supposed to have boarded the aircraft and traveled. Now, some of them, of course, they cannot go back, so the airline must take responsibility. But if you cancel the flight before or earlier, like a day before the flight, and you send a message to the passenger that, look, unfortunately, we're unable to operate this flight on so-so date, so the flight is being cancelled, then the passenger will stay at home, stay where they are, and then you give them a new time for their flight. So it's, but some of these things is in the interest of the industry. You see, safety first. You cannot just operate a flight just because you have scheduled it. There are so many things you need to check. Is it okay? Is the aircraft okay? Is the route okay? So the airlines have a lot of things that they need to check.
Mr. Umar Abbas is the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of ABUMEC Resources Limited. He also doubles as the President Secretary of the Miners Association of Nigeria, Kaduna State Chapter. Born and groomed into mining, little surprise as the young CEO is now a rallying point when it comes to mining matters in Nigeria. ABUMEC Resources Limited has successfully set up, nurtured and directed the affairs of many mining firms in and outside Nigeria. According to the CEO, Nigeria is blessed with lots of resources and has advised that more development and attention is given to the sector, especially in the aspect of processing our mined materials here in Nigeria. Experts say this can be a huge money bag for the government. It can also bring about increase in the economy GDP and create employment for many.
ABUMEC Resources came to life as a result of many people who want to venture into the mining industry but don't know where to start from. Because due to technicalities, you have to need someone that will guide you and put you through. Aside studying mining engineering in the university, there are practical, technical knowledge you need to have before you venture into the mining industry, especially if you want to be an exporter or buying locally and selling locally. Myself and my partner, Agmenu Ochoga, who is based in Canada, decided to form ABUMEC Resources in order to curtail such challenges faced by newbies coming into the mining industry. So we formed ABUMEC in order to operate in mining practically, buy and sell, as well as consult new companies who are interested in coming into the mining industry. Among the companies we brought up into the industry, we have Sky Digital Mining Limited, specialized in gold and manganese, usually mineral metals. Presently, an operation is going on in Kwali Area Council in FCT and another in Kaba, Kogi State. As it is, we are on the process of bringing in machineries to boost the production of the gold, or it comes in ore, like kind of debris, like dust. So we want to, as time goes on, process it here and apply for the necessary permit to establish a smelting plant where we can make them into gold bars. Another company also we consulted and is doing well in the industry is Alka Gems Mining Limited, based in Jos. They also have a gold concession in Toro local government in Bauchi State. Work is also going on there presently, among others. We have so many people that we brought into the industry. Now they are doing well and they employed lots of people into it, and adding up to the GDP of the country based on the royalties, tax, and other things they pay to the government. As far back as early 90s, mining was the major economy booster of the country. Like the electricity we have in Nigeria, as at today, the history of electricity is from mining. during the tin mining jobs. Same with the rail, due to the coal in Enugu and coal. So these minerals we're talking about have many uses, different kind of uses. Like when we start with mineral metals, we live, everything around us is based on the mine product. The houses we live in are from the mine's product. Limestone is also one of the minerals we have in Nigeria, used for cement. And then granite is used for reinforcement, concrete reinforcement and others. Same thing with building of roads. Cars that we apply on the road are made from iron, like the iron we have in Kogi State. And there's so many things. All these mobile phones are part of product of lead and coal. When we go back to the gemstone is mainly used for adornment, for jewelries and other things. So there is a company in Switzerland which we transacted with years back. They use what they call tourmaline. It's also a mineral, but they use it in making component of aeroplanes and some nuclear reactors. So mining is like, it's life itself, just like the water we drink. Without mining, all these things we see can't be visible. In every business, there had to be one single voice channel. Miners Association stood for the mining industry as the voice of the miners, the buyers, the traders, consultants, whatever. As far as you have anything to do with mining, then you are bound to be a member of Miners Association. And what we do in Miners Association is to liaise with the government to make sure that policies that are not too stringent on the operators are not being imposed, and to make sure that we operate in accordance with the laws of the land, and also settle dispute between host communities and operators, or between buyer and seller, and to promote the Nigerian mining sector to the outside world. We have plans in order to make the association or the mining sector what it should have been long time ago, by introducing new innovations in terms of having a one-stop shop for the miners. A one-stop shop, what I mean by that is having, like if you go to some countries like Hong Kong, there is a building where everybody have an office there. The miners, the quarry, whatever it is. That gives the government easy access to go from one office to the other, check their record, get their royalties, get the necessary tax and everything under one-stop shop. Any buyer that comes to Nigeria from any country will go straight to that one-stop shop without going to any site, because as it is, there are some foreigners all over around in various sites, either buying illegally or buying legally, whatever it is. So with that one-stop shop, we want to curtail the issue of people encroaching into other people's title and adulterating the mind of the workers there by stealing from Title A and selling it to them. So the one-stop shop will consist the government offices like the Ministry of Mines and Steel, Mines Inspectorate, and then it will also have banks there, it will also have police, whatever it is, so that businesses will be conducted in that area, creating job opportunities. That's one of the agenda we have. And secondly, to make Miners Association recognized worldwide. Because as it is, I checked the rating of Miners Association. You can imagine Ghana is among the top 10 in the world, but Nigeria is nowhere anywhere on that list. So I want to see a way that we can bring Nigeria to that. And then harmonize all the potential gem mining developed nations to join them in order to have a world-class, or rather international standard way of operating into the business.
ABUMEC Pharmaceuticals actually started as a retail outlet, and over the years we developed a passion for production and decided to go into production of drug products.
We have 2 production lines currently, the solid dosage forms and the liquid dosage forms. Our liquid dosage forms are mostly oral products and topical preparations. We appreciate the Nigerian populace for their appreciation of our products. Our products have been widely accepted by a wide range of the public. On a regular basis, we receive phone calls from end users of the products appreciating us for doing a good job because of the efficacy of the products on the different disease conditions that they have been using them to manage. And for some years now, we have always had invitations from award-winning organizations inviting us to receive awards in honor of our products. For instance, as far back as 2007, the West African Marketing Organization invited us to receive an award in respect of our spirits, methylated spirits, which was judged as the best medical spirits along the West African coastline. Last year, we also had an invitation for an award in recognition of the effectiveness of our brand of paracetamol. So our products are actually widely accepted by the public. In this environment, we'll find that many of the hospitals embrace our methylated spirit in particular. And we just want to thank God for how far He accepts us. Quality control in ABUMEC is a very, very serious issue we take into consideration. We have a very functional laboratory that is well manned by skilled and qualified persons. For our products, we make sure that the products are well tested against standard specifications. For our raw materials, for instance, whenever they come in, we make sure that they are coming by certificates of analysis from the manufacturers. And even that notwithstanding, we make sure our laboratories test them. And it's based on the results of our lab compared to the results that we receive from the manufacturers of the raw materials that we use the materials for our production. Materials that don't conform with specifications that are tested against are not used by us for production. And in the process of production, in the course at different stages, the products are tested because according to in pharmaceutical parlance, quality is not tested for at the end of a product. Quality is built in. So at every stage, we make sure that checks are put in place, tests are done to guarantee that at every stage the products meet with specifications. And when they don't meet with specifications, measures are put in place to ensure that it's either they are rejected or they are reprocessed to be sure that the products are the specifications that are desired of them. And by the time the products, we have finished production and the products are ready, the quality control department conducts extensive tests on the finished products to guarantee that the products meet specifications. Once the products meet the specifications of the laboratory, that's when the products can be released. If not, any product that does not meet specifications is not released to the public.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Once the uncertainty has been removed, by God's grace, we have a peaceful elections. I think everything will basically skyrocket. Foreign investors will be back, and of course, local investors will be encouraged to make more investments.
Well, viewer, this is where time will permit us for the program this particular week. All this wonderful sector that we have showcased today, from fun in aviation to also to the mining, I'm talking about A2 mega resources, and not left out to ABUMEC Pharmaceuticals Limited. Looking at all of this, they form the catalyst for economic development in Nigeria. How has the SMEs fared in this? How is government, and also you watching in public, how are you concerned? Let's keep hope alive. Our presidential election is just a few days from now, rescheduled. Do the right thing. and vote for the best. But Nigeria must move on. God bless you and God bless our nation.